It is often said, celebrate and cherish endings, for they precede new beginnings and collaborations. Good evening, everyone. I am Tulip Agarwal, the non tech lead for this tenure. I'll also be your host for the evening. With this note, I'd like to welcome you all to this information session, which is the first ever event hosted by Google Developer Student Club's VIT Bhopal for the tenure 2022 to 23. This session is organized for giving you all a brief introduction and insights about how GDSC will be working throughout the tenure. We'll also provide details about the endless possibilities and opportunities that we have to provide you guys in the various domains. And we'll end the session by telling you details about where to find us and how to connect with us. So, without any further ado, I'd like to invite Pritosh Thomas Zakaria, the GDSC lead for this tenure, to give us a brief on what GDSC is and for introducing our core team members. Over to you, Pritosh.
Thank you, Tulip. Good evening, everyone. I am Pritosh Thomas Zakaria, the Google Developer Student Club's lead for the tenure 2022-2023. So then, what exactly is GDSC? Google Developer Student Clubs are university-based community groups for students interested in Google Developer technologies. So together, students learn the latest in web development, machine learning, Android app development, Google Cloud Platform, Flutter, Jetpack Compose, TensorFlow, blockchain, and so much more. So by joining a GDSC, you get to grow your knowledge in a peer-to-peer learning environment and put your theory to practice by building solutions for yourself or for local businesses and their community. Our goal here at GDSC VIT Bhopal is to promote the development culture within our community and enable each of our community members to bridge the gap between theory and practice. We are open to anyone and everyone who has a desire to learn and grow their knowledge in the latest fields of technology. This being the third tenure of GDSC VIT Bhopal, we have over 2,000 community members with over 40 events already conducted in the previous two tenures. We love to see our community grow, and anyone who's not already a community member can register on the community website, share in the comment section to receive all the updates about the events we'll be conducting in the future. We would love to see you all at our future events. For GDSC VIT Bhopal to run smoothly, giving you the events that you can learn from and enjoy from, we have an extremely talented core team and a very supportive faculty coordinator. As our faculty coordinator, we have Dr. Kamlesh Chandravanshi sir, who has been instrumental in ensuring his support and guidance in each and every event that we conduct. As our non-technical lead, we have Tulip Agrawal, who has had extensive experience in coordinating and managing events to the GDSC stature. We have Mayuresh Agache as the technical lead with his exceptional expertise in machine learning and blockchain. And we have Anmol Garg as the technical lead as well, with his vast experience and expertise in the fields of web and Android development. We have Apurva Singh as the Android lead and Harshraj as the Android co-lead, who have immense knowledge in the domain of Android development. We have Hemant Sai as the machine learning lead and Sayan Saha as the machine learning co-lead, both of whom have had a plethora of experiences in the machine learning domain. We have Tanmay Kachru as the web lead and Nikit Singh as the web co-lead, both of whom are vastly experienced in their domain of web development. And we have Mohit Hakar as the blockchain lead and Piyush Karme as the blockchain co-lead, who will be spearheading our new technical domain to give you all the knowledge required in blockchain. We have Shireen Jain as the Women Techmakers lead, who will be a flag bearer in encouraging and influencing more women into tech. We have Tanishka Mishra as the content writing lead, whose beautifully articulated text and content we have all been interacting with. We have Prachi Srivastava as a design and videography lead, whose aesthetic designs we have all seen on our social media channels. And we have Ayushman Das as the event management and outreach lead, who has been instrumental in ensuring that our events carry on without a hitch. That was our amazing core team who will be instrumental in ensuring we bring the best of events to you, our community members. Thank you, everyone, and I hand it over back to you.
Thank you so much, Pratosh. Moving on, I would now like to invite Anmol Garg, the technical lead for this tenure, to provide a detailed and deeper insight about the newer technology or advancements and what all should the community expect from us this tenure. Over to you, Anmol.
Thank you, Tulip. So, hi everyone. As Tulip introduced me, I am the tech lead for this tenure. So, what should you look out for this year? We at GDSC VIT Bhopal plan to introduce a plethora of events for both newcomers who are willing to step into new domains, as well as for experienced developers who are looking to gain experience. Some of these include challenging competitions wherein you can show off your skills, series on trending topics in the tech community, sessions and interactive events to level up your skills, hackathons, conference meetings with industry experts, and many more. It's our aim to provide quality resources and help the passionate educators connect with eager learners. So, coming to the next slide, what would the team members gain? GDSC VIT Bhopal is broadly set up into three parts: the core team, the team members, and the GDSC community. Each plays a very crucial role. Soon, we'll be rolling out the recruiting forms for the team members, so let's shed some light on their responsibilities. As a team member, you are directly contributing to the holdings of technological events and projects. You get a chance to display your skills and support the community directly. Further, the specifications about the team member roles of each domain will be shared on your social media platform soon. So, for all the work that GDSC recognizes you with a validation certificate, and we also award badges, merchandise, and digital swags for the events you contribute to. You even get to network directly with the developers and also create an impact by solving real world problems. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Anmol. I would now like to invite Tanishka Mishra, the content lead for this tenure, to explain and present about the various opportunities that we'll be providing this tenure. Over to you, Tanishka.
Thank you, Tulip. So, hello everyone. I'm Tanishka Mishra. I'm in my second year and I've joined GDSC as their content lead for this tenure. One of the most crucial opportunities GDSC provides is the prolific development and growth in knowledge of developer technologies through numerous events and workshops. We have a primary focus on technology and exposure, and we help people gain industry experience by working on their problem solving skills effectively for local organizations. We motivate people to come forward and tell us about themselves by sharing their success stories in order to inspire others to become world class developers and change makers for society. Not just these, but one of our major additions to the team is WTM domain. CDSC is the only club to have the WTM, which is Women Tech Makers domain, in order to help women fight the disparity they face in STEM through a WTM events and sessions. So thank you everyone. Over to Tulip.
Thank you, Tanishka. So for the tenure of 2022 to 23, GDSC VIT Bhopal will be focusing on four major domains. That is the web development, Android development, machine learning, and blockchain, which is a new addition. Although we'll also be focusing on various other domains. First of all, I would like to invite Tanmay Kachru and Nikit, our web lead and co-lead for this tenure, to talk about the events centered around the web development domain that they have planned for this tenure. Over to you, Tanmay.
Hey everyone, I'm Tanmay, and I've been selected as the new web lead for GDSC for this tenure. I'm really excited to be here, and I really look forward to all the stuff that we have planned so far. Let's talk about the events related to web technologies that we have planned to conduct. Firstly, we have intro to REST APIs. In this, we'll be sharing introductory knowledge about REST APIs to the beginners. We'll talk about its use cases and when someone should choose REST for their backend. Then we have Intro to GraphQL. This will cover how it works, its use cases, benefits, and limitations. We'll also talk about when we should use GraphQL API and when REST. Then we plan to conduct an introductory workshop on ORMs. ORMs or object relation mapping is the technique in which we don't need to write SQL to query our databases. We'll introduce YouTube Prisma, which is one of the most popular ORM libraries available on NPM. Finally, we have Intro to Serverless. Serverless is becoming very popular and one of the most important technologies, as it lets us execute functions without needing to set up separate servers. We also don't need to worry about scaling. It is easily horizontally scalable, but it also has some limitations which we'll be discussing. These were the few events, but this isn't everything. We still have more stuff in our mind that will cover both web front-end and back-end technologies. That's all from my side. Now I would like to ask the web co-lead, Nikit, to talk more about the domain.
Nikit, you're on mute.
Sorry. Thanks, Tanmay, for the introduction. Hey guys, this is your co-lead, web co-lead, Nikit, and I'll be walking you through the web projects that we'll be building during this tenure of GDSC. You can contribute to these projects through Git, and the link for the repositories will be provided to you. Our first project will be Tic-Tac-Toe. In this, we'll be building an online multiplayer Tic-Tac-Toe game. The front end will be built using a React-based framework called Next.js, and then we'll be building a web server to make it a multiplayer game using WebSockets and Express.js. Our next project will be Portfolio Generator. In this, we'll be building a platform where users will be able to generate portfolios. Users will be required to put in their details, and our app will generate static files which they can host on their own. We'll be using Next.js, serverless functions, style components, etc. to build this project. I'll be looking forward to some PRs from your side. That is all from my side, and thank you.
Thank you, Tanmay and Nikit. Moving on, I would now like to invite Hemant Sai and Sayan Saha, the ML lead and co-lead, to brief us about the events planned during this tenure in the fields of machine learning. Over to you, Hemant.
Thank you, Tulip. Hello, everyone. I am Hemant, and I am selected as the machine learning lead for this tenure. Talking about the events which the ML domain will be conducting. So first comes data collection. So the data being generated is insane. So how do I collect data? You might know about many platforms such as Kaggle, Zindi, and other online resources which provide free and downloadable data. What if you don't find your data on your favorite platforms? In this session, we'll be introducing you to web scraping and how you can use it in ML projects to create and collect your own data. We'll be talking about Selenium, web-based automation testing framework. Next event would be is ML Talk Season 3. In the previous ML Talks episode, we talked about important machine learning algorithms, and we also gave the introduction to deep learning. This time, we are going to introduce the domains of deep learning and have a closer look at each one of them. Taking a model into production is difficult, and many models fail to meet the expectations. We'll be explaining about the challenges faced in deploying a model and how you can overcome them, and also share some tips. We'll also be hosting Kaggle competitions, but don't chase the leaderboard. Always think of the bigger picture, that is learning is important. And next event is build your own X. So substitute X with any ML classifier app, so which we'll be building throughout the event. This is a new playlist that we'll release, which will focus on creating your own machine learning classifier app. The playlist would have videos discussing defining the problem statement, collecting data, transforming data, training your model, and finally deploying your trained model. And the fourth workshop which we have planned to conduct is TensorFlow workshop. And so deep neural networks require a lot of training data to obtain good results and to prevent overfitting. However, it is often very difficult to get enough training data samples. Multiple reasons could make it very hard or even impossible to gather enough data. In this session, we'll be talking about image augmentation, that is creating new training examples from the existing ones. But this is not the end. We'll definitely hosting many other events. So now let's talk about the projects which the ML domain will be hosting this tenure.
Hey everyone, this is Sayan. I'm the ML co-lead for this tenure. I will be walking you through the various projects that we will be performing in this tenure. Let's have a look at them. Now, the ML Reserve, it is basically an open source repository where students can showcase their skills by contributing their ML and DL projects. One can find a plethora of machine learning and deep learning projects covering ideas from the very basic ones to the most advanced concepts. Through this repository, students will be able to get acquainted with Git commands and GitHub, as well as get familiar with open source. Additionally, we are also planning to enlist this in Hacktoberfest itself, so you can win goodies and swags alongside with your contribution. Now, let's have a look at IDA, the GDS's own AI powered chatbot. In the previous tenure, we were advised by our seniors to build several machine learning projects from production till the deployment. This year, we figured out something that would be quite useful to the community itself. We have come up with our very own AI powered chatbot that will assist the community members in a multitude of ways. You can ask IDA a varied range of questions, ranging from the very basic things to the most advanced. To cite a few examples, you can ask IDA about the next round of selections, when it is going to happen, how it is going to happen, beginner level projects on machine learning and deep learning, GDSC beginner guides like Introduction to NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, CPON, about the upcoming events, and as well as asking errors and issues faced during building models. Thank you.
Thank you, Hemant and Sayan. Next up, I would like to invite Apurva Singh and Harsh Raj, the Android lead and co-lead, to present about the events that they have planned for our community in the Android development domain. Over to you, Apurva.
Hello everyone, I'm Apurva, a second year CSE course student and Android lead of GDSC VIT Bhopal for the current tenure of 2022-2023. I'll be here to guide you throughout this tenure on how to start your journey with Android development and excel at it. Speaking of Android, many of us wonder why should one learn Android development? Here's the simple answer. Statistics show that Android accounts for 80% of major companies' marketing and sales. Android is open source and it gives power of customization to developer. Being open source has its advantages. The developer gets more freedom to develop applications of any sort. In the past, there were a lot of things which were done physically and required guidance and hard work. It took a lot of time. For the simple task of transferring money from one account to another, one has to stand up in queues for a significant amount of time. But now, the same task can be done in one step, like in 1 minute using various apps. Lastly, the Android community is led by a variety of developers all around the globe. A person can always get assistance or inspiration from the work of other developers. This leads to the formation of a growing community with the assistance of one another. Now, it's never too late to start learning and contributing. On our GitHub repository, the link is displayed in the presentation. You can find projects like Timer, Pedometer, a coffee shopping app, and many more. We have added some issues in these projects to which you can contribute by making the needful changes and creating a pull request. This will not only improve the quality of the application but will also help you grow and put your skill sets to work while solving these issues. Further, Harsh will tell you all about the exciting events that we have planned out this tenure.
Hey everyone, I am Hers, Android co-lead of GDSC VIT Bhopal. During this tenure, we will hold a number of Android events. To start with, we will hold several hands-on sessions during Compose Camp, where you can begin your Android development with Android's most modern UI toolkit, Jetpack Compose, which allow you to create great application with minimal coding. Following that, we will conduct Solution Challenge workshop to better understand you with the Solution Challenge, an annual Google contest that invites students to develop solutions for local community problems using one or more Google products. Then after that, for a deep understanding of the Jetpack Compose, we will release our Jetpack Compose playlist. You can go and check out our YouTube channel for Android tutorials and more. In addition, we will hold two hackathons. The first will be entirely focused on UI UX designing, where you will be able to showcase and polish up your UI skills, while the second, HackDroid, will be a pure Android development competition. You can start your Android development journey right away by visiting developer.android.com. There are various learning pathways that will help you. This is all about Android domain. Thank you.
Thank you, Apurva and Harsh. Next up, I would like to invite Mohit Thakur and Piyush Karme, our blockchain lead and co-lead, to tell us what they have in store for our community with this new domain. Over to you, Mohit.
Thank you, Tulip. A very good evening, everyone. My name is Mohit, and as already introduced, I'll be the blockchain lead for this coming tenure. I personally believe blockchain is an amazing technology that has a huge future in this coming decade. And I'm sure you might have heard the term blockchain a lot of times, somewhere in news, from a friend, but you're not really sure what really it is, but curious to explore this technology more. At GDSC, we strive to give you this exposure to learn more about this technology. Before learning any technology, we all have some fundamental questions. Considering that, let us address few of them. So, why should you learn blockchain? Personally, I'm the kind of person who really likes to explore a lot of things and would suggest you to do the same before diving into any stream that you like. So, one of the main reasons you should learn blockchain is with the intent to learn a new technology. One another good reason is increasing demand. Addressing some numbers, there has been 500% increase in the demand for the software engineers with the blockchain skill. And believe me, that's a lot. So, if you ever wish to know how you can secure data, even by keeping the systems transparent, by putting the data on a universal ledger, you should definitely explore this technology. You don't have to overwhelm yourself with all these terms. We have some great events and sessions lined up for you to learn more about this technology. Now, I'll ask Piyush to take it from here and walk you through all the events that we have lined up for you. Over to you, Piyush.
Okay, thanks, Mohit. So, hey folks, I'm Piyush Karme, blockchain co-lead at GDSC. So, by now, I guess you guys will be all hyped up about the blockchain, right? So, now let's take a look at what all interesting events we have planned out for you guys. First comes Introduction to Blockchain in depth, in which we'll cover blockchain from the very beginning, like what is blockchain, how it works, to the very in-depth concepts like what is consensus, talking about its scalability and more. Second, hands-on sessions on smart contract creation and solidity, where you can learn about what is a smart contract, how you can write one, and how you are going to deploy it on a testnet. Then comes our open source project. So here we'll be developing a few open source full stack Web3 projects where you guys will be able to take part and contribute and grow as a contributor. And surely we won't be stopping here. We will try to come up with many more such fun and exciting events for you guys to learn. So this was all from our blockchain department. Thank you.
Thank you, Piyush and Mohit. I would now like to invite Shireen Jain, the Women Tech Makers lead for this tenure, to provide us details about how she will provide our women community this tenure. I would also like to highlight that WTM believes in welcoming and encouraging women tech makers who can provide visibility, community, and resources for women in technology. Over to you, Shireen.
Thank you, QWD. I am Shireen Jain, Women Techmakers Lead at GDSC VIT Bhopal. Gender disparity in the technical domain is something we are all aware of. With only 33% of the workforce being women, it questions the inclusivity for a field striving to bring global solutions. Keeping that in mind, Women Techmakers is Google's global initiative to spread awareness on diversity and this gender imbalance while empowering women and other marginalized communities to work together. Under the Women Tech Makers domain, we will be planning a lot of insightful events. Hackathons and coding competitions are essential for any budding developer to practice and hone their programming skills. As we all understand the importance of recognizing and utilizing the various opportunities around us, there will be career guidance sessions in order to enhance your skill set in every aspect. It is equally crucial to improve your personal brand as it raises your employability while attesting to the knowledge and skills you have acquired. We aim to empower women while highlighting several women centric organizations with resonating goals as ours. Additionally, WTM at GDSC VIT Bhopal will be publishing a monthly newsletter covering insights about the technical domain, women thriving in the field, and opportunities to look out for. In conclusion, the Women Techmakers division has a lot of plans in store. We look forward to participation and enthusiasm as we create a learning environment which is inclusive as well as informative. Thank you.
Thank you, Shireen. I would now like to invite Mayuresh Agashe, our technical lead for this tenure, to come and brief us about open source and GDSC's goals with open source software development this year. Over to you, Mayuresh.
Thank you, Tulip. Having seen all the amazing events planned throughout this tenure, now let's understand the relationship between GDSC and open source. So, GDSC is all about open source, bringing great minds and creative ideas together. Open source software development has immense potential, and evidently, open source softwares are much cooler than the corporate, the typical softwares. It makes the entire process flexible and agile. You may change the piece of code that is bothering you, maybe a functionality, or maybe you can add your own feature that you would like to see out there. In a nutshell, open source software development gives you a freedom and a sense of accountability. It develops the ability to read large code bases, which is crucial skill that every developer should have. All the tech giants take this skill into consideration while looking after their ideal candidates. Open source software development also provides with the opportunity to build a strong network by collaborating with different industry experts. Networking being the most crucial part in the job hunt today, this is helpful indeed. So now let's talk about GDSC's goals with open source software development this year. This tenure is jam packed with awesome events and initiatives supporting the open source software development. We bring you Hacktoberfest, accepted repositories, fun projects, real world tasks that you can contribute to. Later this year, there will be sessions from former Google Summer of Code contributors to load you up with their journey and experience. Google Summer of Code GSOC is a program designed to bring new and excited contributors into open source communities with the hope that they will continue to work upon their projects even after their GSOC tenure. All the speakers have contributed to large organizations like TensorFlow, Python, Chromium, Scala, Ruby in their GSOC tenure. Even if you're a beginner or an experienced open source contributor, we have got you covered. From fundamental sessions on Git and GitHub to working alongside on with the core team of GDSC, it's going to be a wonderful tenure. Let's kick off this open source journey and let's build a wonderful community. Thank you. Over to you, Tulip.
Thank you so much, Mayuresh. I would now like to finally invite Prachi Srivastav, our design and videography lead, and Ayushman Das, our event management and outreach lead, to brief you guys on where to find us and how to connect with us. Over to you, Prachi.
Good evening, everyone. I am Prachi Srivastav, the design and videography lead for this tenure. I will be briefing you all about where to find us and how to connect with us. I would like to begin by telling you all about how to become a community member here at GDSC VIT Bhopal. All you need to do is to have a Google account, and you can simply become a community member by logging in on the community page and registering to join for the same. We also have made ourselves available on various social media platforms. I will be giving you details on a few here. Primarily, we have our WhatsApp community groups from where you can get to know all the details about our ongoing and upcoming events. We also post about various other opportunities and hackathons hosted by the companies that we collaborate with. We also have Twitter and an Instagram page with over 1400 followers, wherein we'll be posting about all the events and collaborations that we will be conducting in the future. We also feel immense pride in sharing about our Medium page, wherein we post articles, blogs, and other write ups in the newest fields of technologies. The GDSC team members are always welcome to contribute and get their write ups published on the GDSC Medium page. Thank you so much, everyone. Now over to Ayushman.
Hello everybody. I am Ayushman Das, your event lead, and it's an amazing experience to be a part of the community. We have also tented ourselves and made ourselves available to you on Discord, GitHub, YouTube, LinkedIn, and even Facebook. We will be sharing our latest activities, upcoming events, club related information, and insights on all these social media platforms. Our Discord server gives you an opportunity to approach our core team members, and it is designed in a manner where you can link to them irrespective of their domain so that you have a straight path to connect with them. GDSC's GitHub repository is a golden ticket filled with opportunities and projects where our community members can collaborate on ongoing projects where our club will make it a point to appreciate the contributors and contributions made by them. To get a good grasp on our projects and the other events, I do recommend you to follow our YouTube page, and I advise you to keep your expectations really high. You should go watch our Summerfest 2022 and get a taste of GDSC's a GDSC based hackathon. Oh, and also our Flutterfest 2022, where you will be giving us an opportunity to take you through a journey of Flutter and its fundamentals. Our reach does not stop here. Follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook so that you can keep yourself updated and connected to GDSC. So do reach out to us and be a part of the community. Thank you. Over to you, Pragati.
Thank you, Prachi and Ayushman. We are now open to all questions and queries. You can start posting with your questions in the comment section, and our team will try their best to answer all your doubts.
Okay, so the reason we had two WhatsApp groups was because during the previous update, WhatsApp only allowed 256 participants, and we had already crossed that, so we had multiple WhatsApp groups. But now, since it's become 512, you can just join any of the WhatsApp groups, and we share the same amount of information in both of them. How to join the club? So with the link that we have shared, the first link that says become a community member, you can go to the community website, log in using a Google account, and just join the community page, and that's it. You'll be a community member with us. For the new recruitment, the dates are not exactly finalized yet. We'll most probably be doing it in a couple of months, and you'll obviously follow us on our socials, and you'll obviously get the information.
Okay, so yes, as a fresher, you can join the club. As long as you're a BTech fresher, yes, sure, you can join the club. You can be a community member, or if you want to join in the team, we'll be rolling out the recruitment form soon, and you can like apply and then follow the procedure.
Okay, so becoming a co-member or a lead, unfortunately, you won't be able to do that this year. So the co-members and the lead are chosen for an entire year tenure. So this year, which is the 2022 to 2023 tenure, the co-members and the leads are already decided, like just saw us. So for the next tenure, you'll be able to apply as, if you want, you can apply as a GDSC lead as well. And after that, you can also apply for being a co-team member. For goodies from Google, there are some events for which Google Developer Student Clubs, they provide us with merchandises that we'll be giving to people who do finish the, suppose be it a course or anything. So there are chances that you might end up with merches, and I'll just show you Hemant here, who's been wearing our Google Cloud t-shirt that he has got after finishing Google Cloud.
Okay, so
No, it is not. Yeah, and one word.
sure. So yeah, we have team selection every year. So the tenures are rotated every year, and the leads, the co-leads, all the team members are selected every year. The community members stay the same.
And as for it being a compulsory for 4 years, no, it's not compulsory for you to stay in the club for 4 years. You can stay as long as you feel that you're learning something and you're getting events. We would like for you to stay with the club for 4 years as a community member. For the tenure of as a team member or as a co-member, you'll just have a tenure of 1 year.
I think you can expect the new recruiting forms maybe in the second or third week of November for the team members. And yeah, you can apply and see how it goes. All the best.
So there are a lot of GitHub repositories that are available in all four domains. The projects are completely open sourced. So if you wanna contribute to any of those repositories, just feel free to open an issue in any of the GitHub repositories. The maintenance will soon get to you, and they will assign the issue to you.
Uh, yes, for the recruitment forms, you'll get the mail. You'll get it on our WhatsApp channel. You'll get it on our Insta socials. So don't worry. Somewhere or the other, the link of the forms will reach you. If not, it'll reach you from the ADSW itself through your university mail. So don't worry, you'll get the form.
Okay, so as we discussed throughout our PPT, we introduce a multiple set of events, a multiple set of challenges for the community members of all sorts of categories, for the newbies as well as for the experienced developers. So another thing that we have special that we think is a very novel idea is Women Tech Makers team to promote women empowerment in the tech community. So these are some of the things. Also, you know that the repository that we have created for the contributions, they have a lot of value in the corporate sector if you contribute to them. So I guess these are the reasons you should choose GDSC.
Uh, Actually, I didn't get your question. What do you mean by open source contribution for my personal profile? Okay, so speaking in general, there are a lot of projects. Uh, there will be a link in the description. The official GDSC repository. You can go there. You can create an issue regarding whatever you want to contribute. See, open source contribution is not only the code that you will be contributing, be it the documentation, be it the just small bug fixes that you will be doing, be it adding a new feature. Everything counts as contribution. Even if your creating a beautiful README file for existing projects, that's fine. Just open an issue in any of the repositories you like, and the maintenance will get back to you soon.
For recruiting the members, we do it on a three-round basis. The first round will be the forms. The second round will be a task round on the basis of what domain you have chosen. And the third round will be an interview round wherein we get a face-to-face interview with you guys. So it's basically in the first round, we just look at your profile and the domain that you have applied for and see if you're a good fit for it. In the second round, we give you a task on the basis of the domain, be it a technical domain or be it a non-technical domain, and we see how we perform as compared to the others also that are also shortlisted. And in the end, we take a brief interview to get you know you better and understand what kind of a person you are. And then in the end, if you satisfy all the criteria, you're part of it. And Ashri, just like I just mentioned, on the basis of three rounds, all you have to be is a student of VIT Bhopal and just have a sense of wanting to learn and give back to the community, and that's it.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Looking forward to seeing you all in the upcoming events of this tenure. Good night and goodbye.